Yeah.
It's done beautiful. But it takes so long to build such a game, indeed. And you have seen many games come into the crypto space in the meantime, I think. Were you like studying them as well? Like if we, for example, take a look at Axie, which is kind of the blue chip gaming project, absolutely not comparable to Illuvium, but of course they also have certain economics. Did you also look at that and be like, okay, we have to do certain things different?
Yeah, so we took a lot of learnings from the economics of Axie. There isn't really any game out there that's the same quality. Certainly not overworld level of polish. So we're pretty zoned in on what we're building in terms of like the lore, the storyline, the characters, the graphics. That we really want to be in a league of our own. But in terms of the economics, that's a very critical factor. And so we looked at all the pain points and all the blockages and like the inflation of assets and their native token inside of Axie. And we thought, okay, how do we actually build we love this concept and this idea, but how do we build mechanics into our tokenomics to ensure that the NFTs are deflationary over time, and how do we make it so they're harder to capture over time? How do we make it so if you miss out on a set, you'll never be able to capture those Illuvials again? How do we create additional utility in perpetuity? So like things like you might play Arena for 4 or 5 years, and then you think, and to do that, maybe you went onto the marketplace, you bought a whole bunch of Illuvials to create a good team, and you played Arena, you had a heap of fun, but then you kind of were like, you know what, I'm over this game now. Then 3 years later, we come out with a new game. Maybe it's a dungeon crawler or an RTS or a Mario Kart style game. And all of a sudden, those assets that you had, which would normally sit dormant on a developer's server, if we're talking a mainstream game, in our case, you've actually got ownership over that asset. And all of a sudden, this new game launches. Not only do you have the required assets to go and play that game, you don't need to fork out any additional money, but because you were playing Illuvium so early, it's likely that you've got assets that no one else has, or a very small subset of people have. And so when these new games start launching and you get a whole new genre of people that love playing these games, they only have access to the characters that are in Overworld in that set. Now, you might have done all your capturing in set 1 and 2, which has completely different Illuvials to what set 7 does, 7 years down the track. And so all of a sudden these players are like, whoa, what's this guy got? He's got some crazy racer that I've never seen before. The dude must be like 65 years old. Like, how does he have those? And then you think, well, I want that, right? Like, I'm a young guy. My dad gave me a whole bunch of money. I'm going to go and buy it off you. And then you've got something which typically would just dwindle down in value over time. And all of a sudden, because there's so much active utility there, someone wants that. And therefore, the value of that asset is either, stable or at least increases over time, which is, how fun is that, right? Like, that's never happened inside of a game before.
And that's a beautiful thing about crypto. Now the focus is really becoming ownership, right? And I think you as Illuvium are the master of ownership, actually.